As you can tell, I'm not in my regular studio. I'm outside at a undisclosed location on a farm. In this video, I want to talk about the rise of black supremacy. Not white supremacy, but black supremacy. From Disney Plus releasing a program called Black is King, to Nick Cannon going on a babbling rant about somehow that melanin, which is what causes black skin, results in greater empathy, and that somehow people who don't have melanin, namely white people, are closer to animals and are more cruel than black people. We're seeing this, and we're seeing a rise in actual black supremacy that will, well, okay, I'm stumbling, but that's basically what I'm going to talk about. So Nick Cannon had this thing where he babbled on. I think it was on some sort of podcast that he was featured on. And he said how melanin creates compassion, and that because people who are white did not have that melanin, they fought for it, and that's why they enslaved Africans and sort of supposedly pushed their supremacy over them. And I mean, that's okay. Yes, slavery did exist. I'm not saying that it didn't, but there is no supremacy of race. Those idiots who think that people who are white are supreme. There are idiots who think that people who are black are supreme, and all of it is nonsense. No, you're not supreme. Race has nothing to do with making you better or worse with regards to anything. Now, just also saying, with him talking about this melanin being resulting in more compassion, we have a whole country of melanated people in Nigeria, and their murder rate is 3 times that of the U.S. So I'm not really seeing where all the melanin fueled compassion is, particularly in Nigeria, or at least in Nigeria. And we see this with other stuff as well. Obviously, I talked about the Disney Plus program called Black is King. No, black isn't king, white isn't king. This is all bullcrap. This is nonsense. And yet, we're treating it as if it is real. I mean, if you... I mean, like with Derek Chauvin and George Floyd, would Derek Chauvin have been torn apart like he was had he been black? Possibly not. Very possibly not. Yet, even if he were a police officer. So, as I've said in the last videos, Black Lives Matter doesn't care about black lives. They only care about complaining about the police and finding persecution, which really, to be liberal, that really is what liberal is. Liberal is to liberate, and in order to be liberal, you have to be constantly liberating yourself from something. And of course, in America now, where we don't have anything to liberate ourselves from, because we are so free. Then we are constantly scavenging, looking for things to be persecuted about. And that is where we end up with these organizations like Black Lives Matter, and these Marxist organizations like Black Lives Matter. And it's also true, because I mean, if you look on the news, how many times they talk about how many people are killed in Chicago every day. There's about 19 to 20 people killed in Chicago every day. Most is black on black violence. They don't talk about it. Why? Because that doesn't fit the narrative. It's not about Black Lives Mattering. It's about being able to fit this narrative that the police are horrible, that white white people are all, that every person who is Caucasian is a white supremacist, but somehow blacks are pure as the driven snow, that they're so horribly persecuted and beaten down by these horrible white people and these horrible cops that we have to give them slave reparations, even though I'm white. I know I have zero slave owning or at least zero American slave owning ancestors. Or what about the person who's now a homeless drug addict in North Carolina, whose 3 times or 4 times great grandfather owned slaves? Does he need to pay reparations? And what about someone like, what about some blacks? What about some person who is black, who, yes, they are descended from a slave, but they're now making millions of dollars being an actor, playing football, or have a perfectly fine job and a wonderful family? That's all things we have to work out, but there's this idea, the media is pushing this idea that there's power in black, which really in 2020, yes, there is power in black, because I can do whatever I want. I can kill another, if I am black and I kill another black person, no one cares, because, oh, that's just black on black violence, no one cares about that. No, that doesn't matter. If I was white, yeah, then we talk about it, but that's just black on black violence. Nothing to see here. This is just so sad. I mean, oh, my goodness. Well, I understand that this probably isn't the greatest video, and I don't know how well it's going to turn out with the sound, because I'm outside. But thank you for watching. Like the video if you want, subscribe if you'd like, and have a great day, and be safe out there. Be safe out there if you live in a major city like Portland, particularly Portland or Minneapolis or Chicago. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.